Hey, welcome to Sleep Powder ASMR. Prepare to relax and learn about the mythical Pokemon Arceus. Now, I know that I haven't posted on this channel in over 2 years now, almost, but I couldn't stay away from you guys for too long. There was just a very, very long line at the gas station. Regardless, we're gonna hop right into the video. But before we do that, I want to thank my sources of information, which are linked in the description. And as always, thank you for watching. Arceus, nicknamed the Original One, is a mythical Pokemon primarily known for its role in creating the Sinnoh region from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, as well as the Ransei region from Pokemon Conquest. I believe that I pronounced that correctly, maybe not. As well as the entire Pokemon universe. So basically, Arceus is the equivalent of the Pokemon god, or some sort of deity. The Generation 4 Pokemon games give us context as to how Arceus and the Pokemon universe came into existence. In Pokemon Pearl, its Pokédex entry states, "It is told in mythology that this Pokemon was born before the universe even existed." In Pokemon Platinum, the Pokédex entry says, "It is said to have emerged from an egg in a place where there was nothing, then shaped the world." And according to Pokemon Diamond, Arceus is described in mythology as a Pokemon that shaped the universe with its 1,000 arms. Now, as we can see on Arceus, it doesn't have arms. It has legs. It looks like a horse or any other quadruped. But maybe these arms are simply metaphorical, or maybe since it's a deity, it can just create arms and create other things as well. So maybe that's where that comes from. They come and go as Arceus pleases. It's the creator of the Lake Guardians, Yuzi, Azelf, and Mesprit, as well as the creation trio, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. And considering that it created these Pokemon, it's likely and in some cases has been shown to have their same powers. It can stop time like Dialga, it can affect gravity like Palkia, and as Giratina can affect antimatter, Arceus has been shown to be able to create items out of thin air. Arceus' official video game debut was supposed to be in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, whenever players would travel to Spear Pillar and use the Azure Flute item, which would cause a massive staircase to appear, leading up to the Hall of Origin. Now, this Azure Flute item was never distributed, so players would have to wait until official events released later on, or they could do what I did and what many kids did, and that's use action replay to cheat and to unlock the item. Now, if you were to wait for the official releases through more traditional events such as at movies or at GameStop or things like that, you could get Arceus later on. But we know that Arceus was supposed to be obtained from the Azure Flute item. How do we know this? Well, players who received the 20th anniversary event Arceus in the 6th generation games would see this message. To celebrate 20 years of Pokemon, you have received Arceus. With a special flute, Arceus could first be encountered in the Hall of Origin in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So there you have it. That was supposed to be Arceus' big debut in the games, but for some reason the Azure Flute item was never released. So we just got it through simple events like any other Pokemon. Arceus is a normal type Pokemon, although it can change its type through its ability Multitype, which allows it to change into any of the 18 types through the use of the plate items or when it's holding a specific Z crystal. It's classified as the alpha Pokemon with a height of 10 feet 6 inches or 3.2 meters and a weight of 705.5 pounds. In other words, 320 kilograms. And it has a catch rate of 3, which means if you throw a normal Pokeball at it, you're only going to have a 1.6% chance of catching it. So hope and pray that you can catch this thing. As of the Generation 8 games, Multitype allows Arceus to negate the effects of many attacks and abilities centered around changing the opponent's ability. Moves such as Skill Swap or abilities such as Trace or Mummy, those don't work on Arceus, because if they did, it would negate its entire existence. For example, Multitype can't be copied by the abilities Power of Alchemy or Receiver, both of which cause the user to copy the ability of a defeated ally. So if Arceus is in a doubles battle with a Passimian as its teammate, and the Arceus faints, that Passimian won't be able to copy the ability Multitype and use it. So, too bad, Passimian. You're stuck as a fighting type forever. Also, if a Pokemon such as Ditto or Mew transforms into Arceus, then they'll be able to transform into whatever type Arceus has at that moment, regardless of their own held item. Now, although I mentioned that Arceus is the only Pokemon with a multi-type ability, there's another Pokemon capable of transforming into all 18 types, and that Pokemon is the legendary Pokemon, Silvally. Silvally instead has an ability called the RKS System, which functions just the same as multi-type, except instead of using plates or Z crystals, it uses these items called memory, which are shaped like a disc. The term RKS is a reference to the pronunciation of the word Arceus, although in certain languages, namely German, Spanish, French, and Italian, the name of the ability is a reference to Arceus's classification, the alpha Pokemon. And to further the connection, the company RKS Laboratories in the Galar region has a logo which resembles the rings around Arceus's body. Now, I mentioned Arceus being able to turn into any of the 18 types, but there is a secret 19th type in the Generation 4 games. Although it was the 18th at the time because Fairy didn't exist yet, but regardless, there is a type called the question mark type. And players can only become an Arceus with this type through the use of cheating devices such as Action Replay. Sprites do exist for this Arceus type, but because there's no question mark plate item, the game will treat it as a normal type Arceus. Arceus's move pool is massive. It can learn almost any TM or HM move, allowing for plenty of moveset customization to fit any type you want it to be. In addition to that, its stat spread is top tier. It has a 720 base stat total with 120 in each of the 6 stats: HP, attack, special attack, defense, special defense, and speed. 720 is the highest base stat total of all normal type Pokemon, and it was once the highest base stat total in the entire game. It's since been power crept by a few more recent legendaries, and although these legendaries are in their boosted forms such as Megas, Primals, Ultra, Eternamets, Arceus still reigns supreme when it comes to base forms of Pokemon. Arceus appears as a possible summon from both the Pokeball and the Master Ball items in Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. It uses the move Gravity to produce shock waves that send fighters plummeting downwards, even if they're off stage. It performs this attack 3 times in a row with a brief delay between each of them. Arceus also appears as a trophy in Smash 3DS and Wii U, and a Legend class spirit in Smash Ultimate. Arceus appears in the Pokemon TCG in every single type, with the exception of Dragon and Fairy. Although it does appear on a Dragon type tag team card alongside Palkia and Dialga, so you can count that one if you want. In addition to that, and unlike almost every other card in the game, players are allowed to have as many Arceus cards in their deck as they want. The only other card allowed to do this are the basic energy cards, colorless, fire, water, grass, etc. As of the day this video is being filmed, Arceus has never been available in any of the mainline games as a normal encounter. It's always been locked behind event distributions. Now, its own game does come out this Friday, Pokemon Legends Arceus, so I assume that one's going to change, but I don't know how that game's going to work because I haven't really been keeping up with it, and I certainly haven't been looking at the leaks. I want to go in blind, but assuming that the game is based on Arceus, it'll probably be a regular encounter that you come across at some point in the game. So this event exclusivity probably won't last very long. As for the origin of the name, the word Arceus can have many different meanings, which are all up to interpretation and speculation. But according to Bulbapedia, Arceus may be a combination of arc, meaning most extreme or highest, archon, a Greek word which means ruler or lord, arcanus, Latin for secret or mystery, archaic, meaning ancient, arche, which is Greek for beginning, archetypus, Latin for original, and deus, Latin for God. It may also derive from aureus, meaning golden in reference to its hooves and wheel, arc, round or ring, arkeser, for to summon, or RKS, an aspect of the astral plane. I sincerely hope that I didn't butcher any of those pronunciations, but regardless, those are some of the possible name origins for the word Arceus, at least in the English language. The word Arceus in other languages can stem from other different origins, but I won't get into that because I speak English and I don't speak every language in the world. Lastly, we have Arceus' original design, which looks the way it does. This was found in a leaked version of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl's beta, and it's clearly not the same Arceus we've come to know over the years. It's probably just a placeholder, but I kind of like it. You know, it's different. It's not so put together and regal looking and powerful looking, but it's more abstract, cloudy and gaseous. Kind of like the idea that the universe was formed from a bunch of gases coming together, and that's the origin of our universe. Maybe that was the origin of the Pokemon universe and how the first Pokemon looked. Maybe that's the inspiration for that. So if Arceus looked like that in its final design, I can't say that I'd be opposed. Personally, I like what we actually got. However, I do like the idea of this beta design. It looks pretty cool. I just gave you a bunch of history and a bunch of facts about the mythical Pokemon Arceus. I hope that you learned something new or were just relaxed by the sound of my voice. Whatever the case, I'm very grateful for you watching this video, and I'm excited for Pokemon Legends Arceus to come out on the Nintendo Switch this Friday. If you're as excited as I am, make sure to like this video and subscribe. That has nothing to do with being excited about the game, but this world doesn't have to make sense anymore, does it? I sincerely hope that you got something out of watching this video. And from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment telling me what you'd like to hear me talk about next, and subscribe if you haven't already. And, tell somebody else about this. Maybe they like to learn about Pokemon while being relaxed at the same time, because I know I do. And I like watching Pokemon videos on YouTube, but sometimes I'm in a nighttime mood where I just want to relax and chill and be low-key, but there's somebody screaming in my ear about, top 10s or whatever. So I wanted to give Pokemon a little bit more relaxed content when it comes to information. So if you like this, be sure to stick around. All right. I love you all. And good night.